BBC Breakfast sparked a mixed response as some took to social media and issued a similar complaint about the Eurovision coverage. Ollie Alexander is representing the UK this year with his song Dizzy, in the hope to secure victory, but some fans have been left concerned with the whole topic. Presenter Charlie State remarked, "The Eurovision Song Contest is getting underway. That's tomorrow night." UK entry Ollie Alexander has been telling David Silito how his preparations have been going. Viewers took to X and issued a complaint, as at R0 Buffoster said, "Oh good. Eurovision. Again. #BBC Breakfast. At Jim's Might again replied, "Don't worry, there'll be a Strictly story soon." At Rob penned, "Oh good. Eurovision #BBC Breakfast, weary face emoji." At Susan 05713606, "Not the frigging Eurovision, Jesus wept #BBC Breakfast." At Eve penned, "I'm not going to watch the Eurovision finale on Saturday," while at Jen wrote, "Nah. I'm bored." At Becolia 2012 added, #BBC Breakfast we could enter Adele in the Eurovision Song Contest, and we still wouldn't win." At Arthur_ASCII fumed, "For goodness sakes. Let's get the hideous yearly Eurovision pantomime over with. It's nothing to do with culture, it's a travesty, full of karaoke nonsense." At Kirkover said, "God I hate Eurovision, just scrap the crock of S*T #BBC Breakfast." Others remained upbeat about the singing contest as at Arfana said, "I hope at BBC Breakfast do a segment on Eurovision every morning this week. This year is so tough with so many good contestants. I just can't get enough. Eurovision 2024 interviews, reviews, and views would all be welcome. Bring on the hype #BBC Breakfast." Speaking about his chances of securing the win, Ollie said, "I was looking at the odds. My odds are at 1% of winning. That's fine. It's better than 0. Despite calls for the song contest to be boycotted with ongoing protests at Malmö, Ollie admitted the political issue is complicated and it's difficult for him to speak on. "I deleted all the social media apps on my phone," he explained, so he can focus on the competition. During last night's second semi-final round, viewers complained about the show, with some admitting it was a bit boring. At Daniel penned, "Overall, I was mostly bored during this semi. I don't get the hype, sorry. #Eurovision. At Shiny, regardless of what is happening in the world, I genuinely was bored with that #Eurovision." Israel singer Eden Golan has made it to the final of the Eurovision Song Contest following a public vote after thousands of protesters demonstrated in Malmö calling for her to be excluded from the competition following the conflict in Gaza. BBC Breakfast airs daily on BBC One at 6 a.m.